gente teve aí uma mensagem, né, mostrando que é para o público de mais 17, então acredito eu que a gente vai ter aí sim apresentação de jogos, porque não faria sentido nenhum você colocar uma classificação mais 17 simplesmente para mostrar console. Bom, continue aí que daqui a 3 minutos a conferência deve começar. Enquanto não começo a fazer alguns ajustes finos aqui, e percebendo aqui como é que tá o áudio, beleza? Às 14 horas, a qualquer momento, então, a gente vai ter aí a revelação, beleza? Microfone diminuindo o som. Bora lá começar com a Google na GDC 2019 fazendo seus anúncios gaming. Vamos ver aí o que a Google tem pra gente. Continue ligado, compartilhe, curta e se inscreva no canal.
Please welcome to the stage the CEO of Google, Sundar Pichai.
Bom, agora nós temos aí o CEO da Google entrando aí, né? O Sundar Pichai, que nome ridículo, convenhamos. Vamos ver o que ele tem pra gente aí, né?
Good morning, everyone. It's great to be here. Thank you all for joining us. I suppose I should start out with a confession. I'm actually not a big gamer, though I do play FIFA 19 quite a bit and really enjoy how immersive it is.
Não, ele está falando que ele não é um grande jogador, né, mas que jogou o FIFA 19 e achou imersivo.
It's kind of like baseball, but better. Another little-known fact is that Google makes arguably the most played game on the internet today. It's the Dino Chrome game, mostly played when there's no internet connection. Not going to talk to you about the high-quality graphics and sophistication you all are used to, but it does have a lot of players, and I've probably logged more hours than I care to admit. While I'm not a big gamer, I do have the privilege of working at a company and leading a company full of people who love to solve hard computer science problems. For many Googlers, their journey with computers started with games. Games have inspired many generations.
Ele está falando aqui, né, que para muitas pessoas na Google, esse amor por tecnologia começaram com os jogos, né?
Creativity and collaboration, all qualities that are key to solving hard problems. And within Google and Alphabet, games play a big part in developing our own technology. The best example I can think of is how we are making progress on AI. DeepMind's AlphaZero uses self-play to learn from scratch and master games like chess, shogi, and Go. It's an important step towards creating a flexible, general-purpose system that can learn to solve many foundational problems. More recently, AlphaStar became the first AI to defeat a top professional player at StarCraft II, using a deep neural network trained directly from raw game data. Increasingly, games are helping AIs learn to tackle real-world challenges. Even beyond DeepMind, another great example we have is Venha, where we use simulations in gaming-like environments to test things that aren't actually possible or safe at scale in the real world.
Bom, aqui ele está falando um pouco sobre a inteligência artificial. É o grande problema de uma empresa que não tem um know-how muito grande nessa área, né? A empresa essa apresentação dela é aquela famosa encheção de linguiça nesse início, né? Vamos esperar aí, nós estamos falando do Project Stream, tudo bem, pessoal? Essa imagem que vocês estão vendo, que é sobre a tentativa da Google, né, que foi feito com Assassin's Creed, se não me engano, o Odyssey, né, fazendo o stream com uma latência muito baixa. Lembrando que o Project Stream ele requisita no mínimo 25 megas de internet que seja estável, beleza?
For example, when we launched Chrome a decade ago, we envisioned that it could be a modern platform for web applications and bring the power of web to everyone, including use cases that seemed impossible at that time, like high-quality games. Finally, we are making progress towards that goal.
Agora ele comentou, né, da dificuldade de você fazer stream com grande qualidade visual.
And last fall, we launched our first public test with Project Stream. As some of you guessed, a technical test wasn't the whole view of our ambition. It was probably the worst kept secret in the industry. Internally, we were actually testing our ability to stream high-fidelity graphics over a low-latency network. We learned that we could bring a AAA game to any device with a Chrome browser and an internet connection, using the best of Google to create a powerful game platform.
Sim, vai ter muita linguiça nesse negócio, muita linguiça. Vai ser uma enrolação atrás de enrolação para poder dar corpo ao anúncio.
And data centers can bring more computing power to more people.
Essa é a grande vantagem da Google, né? Ela tem uma das maiores, se não a maior rede que a gente possui na atualidade é da Google. Então ela tem uma capacidade incrível de entregar uma latência ultra baixa. Vejamos como eles vão tratar isso dentro dos consoles. E é claro, né, se a gente vai ter um lançamento global, já que para você mostrar ao mundo, o lançamento teria que ser global.
by over 2 billion people on a Chrome browser, Chromebooks, Chromecast, Pixel devices, and we have plans to support more browsers and platforms over time. That's in addition to all the people playing and watching games across YouTube and Google Play. And when we build these ecosystems, we always take the approach that we only succeed when our partners do. Collectively, our partners across web, Google Play and YouTube
Vamos ver agora os parceiros, né? Eles estão falando sobre os parceiros que eles possuem.
Here as well. So now we are focused on our next big effort, which is to build a game platform for everyone.
É agora. É a hora. Bora lá. Bora lá. Não caga a apresentação, Google. Construindo uma plataforma de games para todo mundo.
We are dead serious about making technology accessible for everyone. But if you think about games, there are a lot of barriers for users to play high-end games. Beautiful graphics really need high-end consoles or PCs. And games don't have instant access. Think about the way the web works. You can easily share a link, and it works seamlessly. We want games to feel that way too. Instantly enjoyable with access for everyone. I think we can change the game by bringing together the power and creativity of the entire community. People who love to play games, people who love to watch games, and people who love to build games. That means all of you. We are really excited to work with you. We want to build a platform. We want you to show us what's possible.
Ah, meu, bora. Tudo bem, pessoal? Que a questão GDC é uma apresentação para desenvolvedores, né? Então fica nessa chatice mesmo. Vamos ver aí.
Games have brought us together. Players and spectators. By the handful, the hundreds and the thousands. We built stadiums, places to gather around every kind of spectacle. Glory, tragedy, pageantry, community, rivalry, and wonder. Until every city, town, and village had a place where anyone could play. Thousands of years in, our games have changed. But our need to come together remains. This new era of gaming needs a new place to gather.
Colocar o controle, ao controle, ao controle.
One place where anything you dream can be built. Playgrounds for every imagination. One place where you and everyone you know and everyone they know will all play together.
Let's go, let's go, let's go! Let's go, squad! Let's go!
Yes! Get him! Boom! One place that never stops evolving, where everyone will play.
Where did he come from?
And watch.
Yes! High five! Right, bam!
And create.
Winner! Woo! Nice!
From any screen, at any time. One place for all the ways we play. This is Stadia.
Stadia. Puta que o pariu. Que nome ridículo. Stadia.
Welcome to Stadia. We are so excited by this. To do this well, it's important that we have the right people working on this, experts with deep history and heritage in games. That starts with Phil Harrison, who joined us about a year ago. He's a great leader and a great gamer. Definitely someone who knows the difference between RPGs and NPCs. I'm going to pass the mic over to Phil to show you what we have built. Take it away, Phil.
Thank you, Sundar. That's great. Thank you, Sundar. It's such a pleasure to be here today, and thank you for joining us at GDC as we finally get to share Google's vision for the future of games, where the worlds of watching and playing games converge into a new generation game platform purpose-built for the 21st century, powered by the best of Google. Our vision for Stadia is simple.
Cara, o nome eu achei ridículo, mas agora eu quero ver na prática, meu amigo. Mostra na prática. Eu quero que você fale assim worldwide, entendeu? Eu quero que você fale mundo todo. Eu quero que você fale a necessidade de banda. É isso que a gente quer ver.
At the center of that community, its beating heart, are the game developers. The people in this room that create the most incredible game experiences that delight players with engrossing stories, characters, and worlds through a dazzling display of technology, artistry, and magic. Games are now the single biggest form of entertainment on the planet, one that connects a vast community across geographies, cultures, and language. And within that passionate community, there is a universe of people who love playing games, and there's a universe of people who love watching games. Hundreds of millions of people watch gaming content every single day on YouTube. But those two worlds are mostly disconnected, fragmented, and often independent.
Opa, nós vamos jogar pelo YouTube? Nós estamos vendo agora uma interação ao estilo Mixer, meu amigo. Bora lá.
With players and YouTube creators in a way that only Google can, creating a richer and more vibrant gaming community for everyone to enjoy. Through the power of our data centers, the extraordinary reach and community of YouTube, and our investments in the fundamental technologies that are the foundations of the open internet, we offer a truly unique opportunity to combine these worlds. We will be handing that extraordinary power of the data center over to you, the game developers, where playgrounds for every imagination can be created.
Eu tô sentindo um pouco de atraso na voz, tá, pessoal? Entre o que ele fala e o que tá acontecendo, mas eu não tenho como corrigir isso aqui agora.
HD game at up to 1080p and 60 frames per second over the internet from Google data centers to a Chrome browser. We were humbled by the overwhelmingly positive response from players who were able to join us on Project Stream. A huge thank you to those of you who participated in Project Stream and for your vital feedback. And also to the amazing people at Ubisoft for trusting us with the latest incarnation of their incredible game franchise, Assassin's Creed. Ubisoft has always been at the forefront of advancements in the games industry, and they have an incredible track record of success and creativity.
Aquela puxação de saco.
Joining us here in the audience today, I'm delighted to welcome the CEO and co-founder of Ubisoft, Yves Guillemot. Thank you, Yves.
CEO and co-fundador da Ubisoft.
I'd like to thank Yves and his team for partnering with us, and to producer Marc-Alexis Côté and the entire Ubisoft Quebec studio for their masterpiece creation, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Thank you for bringing your game to our platform, and congratulations for being the first game played by the public on Stadia. As many of you experienced with Assassin's Creed Odyssey, we now have the ability to take a sophisticated, graphically intense AAA game and stream it to a Chrome browser running on a simple laptop without any sacrifice to the quality or vision of the game developer.
Beleza, sem sacrifício de qualidade, né, utilizando browser e laptop.
Beyond a single game. As we developed our strategy for this new platform, we asked developers how we can help solve some of the most critical challenges you face. There were three very clear themes that resonated. You told us you wanted to unleash your creativity without limits, get to the widest possible scale, and make it easier for people to connect with your games. We used these three themes to anchor our vision and build our platform architecture, and began to share it with the leading publishers and developers in the world. Now, let me show you how we have brought this vision to life. Imagine you are watching games on YouTube, and you discover the latest Assassin's Creed Odyssey trailer on Ubisoft's official channel on YouTube. You will notice the Play Now button. By simply clicking on that button, the player is brought directly into the game in a browser in as quick as 5 seconds.
Uou.
With no download.
Incrível, incrível. Agora, fala como é que vai ser no Brasil, meu amigo. Incrível, a jogada é incrível.
With no download, no patch, no update, and no install, Stadia offers instant access to play. Our platform vision for Stadia is to reduce the friction between getting excited about a game and playing a game. On Stadia, you just need to click on a YouTube video or link, and you can be playing your game instantly. Compare that to today, where gamers are all too familiar with things like this. With Stadia, this waiting game will be a thing of the past.
Agora, algo que ele tem que levar em consideração quando a gente fala de baixar alguma coisa é: eu não preciso de internet para jogar no meu Red Dead Redemption, né? E agora, para jogar via YouTube, eu preciso de internet, né? Esse é o grande calcanhar de Aquiles de qualquer serviço de streaming.
A key benefit of our platform is that a single creative vision and a single code base can now be enjoyed instantly across any screen. At launch, we'll support being able to play games across desktops, laptops, TV, tablets,
Opa, o
and
probleminha
phones.
no stream.
This new generation of gaming is not a box. With Stadia, the data center is your platform. There is no console that limits the developer's creative
Tem
ideas.
console, como a
and
gente
no
já
console
falou,
that limits where
já era
gamers can
esperado, é um
play.
serviço de
We're
stream.
about to show
Ou
this to you
seja,
now.
não é um
This is not a concept,
serviço
it's not
que
a test,
vai
this is real.
conseguir
I'd like to bring my friend Khaled to
que
the
vai
stage to show
conseguir
you this
derrubar, né, a Sony ou a Microsoft, porque é exclusivamente via streaming. Né? Isso daí acaba colocando ele em um patamar diferente do patamar convencional aqui que a gente está acostumado.
And here it is on a Pixelbook running the Chrome OS. There is basically no hardware acceleration on that laptop whatsoever, and the game is running directly from our data center. It's then easy and instantaneous to move that same game experience from exactly that moment onto the phone, here on a Pixel 3 XL. Once again, no loss in quality, and we can go straight on to the desktop PC. We actually went to buy the
Interessante também, isso daí eu acho muito legal, é um cross.
And we could enjoy the same vision that the developer had, the same high quality 1080p stream at 60 frames per second, and the full game vision, regardless of the hardware that you're using. And then it's once again seamless to go from running on our PC to running on a tablet. In this case, once again, running the Chrome OS on a Pixel slate.
É interessante porque o produto está rodando como se fosse um vídeo, né? Então você pausa o vídeo. É igual o YouTube hoje em dia, se você terminar de ver um vídeo no celular e for para o computador, você vai ver que ele vai continuar da onde estiver.
Chromecast Ultra HDMI streamer. There is no console required to reach this experience. Thanks, Khaled. Great presentation. Welcoming any and all players is fundamental to Stadia, where you can try with your friends on devices you already own. And as such, we're also enabling players to use your existing USB controller or mouse and keyboard when playing Stadia on a laptop or PC. By eliminating that friction, that
Vai
barrier to
aceitar
entry,
qualquer
we
dos
will make it
dispositivos que você
simple
já tem, os
and
controles
easy
que
for
você já
players
tem.
who want
Isso
to
para mim é
try
fantástico,
Stadia
você
for
não
the
ter a
first time.
necessidade de comprar algo novo.
But of course,
Possivelmente
we will
vai
have
ser uma
our own
assinatura, vamos ver
controller
os valores,
that has
né?
been uniquely designed
E aí a
to
gente tem um
enhance the
próprio
experience for the
controle,
Stadia player.
que pelo que eu
I'd
vi é
like to
feio pra
introduce
caramba.
you to the newest member of the Google hardware family, the Stadia controller.
Uma fusão de PlayStation e Xbox, né? Nós temos o YXBA, nós temos ali aquele botãozinho ali, olha, um deles me lembra muito a visão do controle. A gente está com uma mistura, né?
Through Wi-Fi directly to the game that is running in the Google data center. The Stadia controller identifies which screen or device you want to play on and links it with your game session running in the cloud, ensuring the highest possible performance and the best experience
mas assustador. É interessante porque qual que é a ideia desse controle? Ele não se conecta via o aparelho, mas via internet. E aí, onde você estiver, ele vai. Onde você estiver clicando para dar play, é que ele vai dar o acesso. Ou seja, você não está controlando o dispositivo na sua TV, você está controlando direto na nuvem. Mas é aquelas coisas, né? É o Wi-Fi. Deu o PTzinho, filhão.
And the second one is the Google Assistant button. Pressing this button allows players to immediately access the controller's built-in microphone so they can get help from the assistant for special in-game features integrated by developers. Our goal with Stadia is to help fuel developer creativity at every level. And next, we'll take a look at the incredible computing power we have custom built into our data centers that will further accelerate innovation. I'd like to introduce my friend and colleague, the head of engineering for Stadia, Maj Bakar.
Thanks so much, Bill. Let's look at the real-time computing power we have put into our data centers that will change how we view what a game platform can be. In order to deliver an amazing experience for your games, we needed to bring powerful computing closer to users. We've built Stadia's architecture on top of the Google Data Center network, the same network that has been delivering search results to your fingertips in milliseconds for more than 20 years. The network consists of fiber optic links and subsea cables between hundreds of points of presence and more than 7,500 edge node locations around the globe, all connected with our network backbone.
Como eu falei, o grande know-how da Google é a rede, né? Ela tem uma das redes mais bem estruturadas da atualidade, então ela tem uma capacidade muito grande de fazer isso funcionar de maneira bacana.
We took that proven model and infused it with custom-designed, purpose-built gaming hardware, creating the most powerful and connected gaming platform. Each of Stadia's data center is composed of interconnected racks that deliver the high-power graphics, memory, and storage needed to run the most demanding games. Only with Google can you apply the power and flexibility of data centers to game development. This architecture is the foundation for this new generation of gaming. We've been testing this technology privately within Google for years. For our initial public test with Project Stream in 2018, we delivered up to 1080p 60 frames per second with stereo audio. When Stadia launches, we will have increased performance significantly to support resolutions up to 4K at 60 frames per second.
60, HDR, tá, com 25 mega, quero ver. Isso eu quero ver.
And surround sound. And in the future, we'll be able to stream games in up to 8K resolution. We know there are not that many homes or TVs in the world that have 8K today. But we also know the widespread adoption of 8K is inevitable.
Basicamente ele está falando do progresso. É óbvio que um dia a gente vai chegar no 8K, seja via um console físico, seja via stream. Né? Isso é uma questão de progresso normal.
Is that in addition to the stream you get as a player, there is a second simultaneous stream at 4K 60 frames per second that you can choose to share directly to YouTube from the Stadia data center. Meaning your gaming memories will be saved at the highest possible quality. Stadia is not constrained by the limitation of traditional console systems. Instead, we have built a truly flexible, scalable, and modern platform that allows us to push performance beyond what was previously considered possible. This architecture gives us even more flexibility to scale. And thanks to fast transfer speeds between the Stadia instances in our data center, our platform can connect instances together to dynamically expand the capabilities along with the need of your games. As a developer, you're used to being forced to tone down your creative ambition that are limited by the hardware. But our vision with Stadia is that the processing resources available will scale up to match your imagination. In this new generation, the data center is your platform. We've partnered with our friends at AMD to build a custom GPU. I'd like to personally thank Dr. Lisa Su, AMD President and CEO, who is here with us today. Lisa and her team helped us design a chip to bring you more than 10 teraflops of power, which we've coupled with a custom CPU to make up a single Stadia instance.
Bom, nós temos aí 10 teraflops, né, 56 unidades. Olha que interessante. Ele está falando de um console do futuro baseando de um serviço do futuro baseando nos serviços da atualidade. É meio babaca.
Stadia instance is a big step forward. 10.7 teraflops is more powerful than the top two consoles of the previous generation combined. Stadia will be using the Linux operating system and the Open Graphics API, Vulkan. And when it comes to game engines, we are excited to announce that we have partnered with Unreal, who will be fully supporting the Stadia platform. We are also partnering with Unity to bring full support for the two most popular and familiar game engines to our development community. And we're empowering developers with an amazing array of familiar middleware that you already use to power your game development, including the most popular physics engine, Havok. And here's a list of our partners now.
Olha a Microsoft produzindo aí. Visual Studio, Microsoft, Havok, Microsoft. Ou seja, a gente está tendo aí um apoio muito grande por parte das empresas, né? O que era esperado, na verdade.
You can develop on our cloud, your cloud, and at your desk. Our goal is to make Stadia the most flexible development environment ever put together. And that power is, of course, used to create the best content. Our first guest is from a company known for creating the most sophisticated and impressive gaming experiences in the industry that always demand the most of every system they run on. We had the chance to give our friends at id early access to our tools and technology. It's my absolute pleasure to welcome to the stage executive producer from id, Marty Stratton.
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for having us here, Phil and Majd. I'm honored to be part of a team at id that has spent more than 25 years on the bleeding edge of technical innovation. When we first met with Google about game streaming, frankly, we were skeptical about how it would work, and in particular, how it could work with a game like Doom. However, we recognized not just your ability and resources to make game streaming a reality, but more importantly, the passion to support on the bleeding edge of technical innovation. When we first met with Google about game streaming, frankly, we were skeptical.
Eu vou dar refresh na página aqui um momento.
And in particular, but more importantly, the passion to support a game as fast, fluid, and uncompromising as Doom. After all, if you're going to prove to the world
assim eu consegui ressincronizar o áudio.
What better proof than Doom? And if you're going to prove to a developer that you're serious about building a robust platform, what better team than id, where we push every platform to its limit. In fact, back in 2016, Doom was the first AAA game released on Vulkan. And because Stadia is built on that same Vulkan API, it didn't take us more than a few weeks to get our upcoming sequel, Doom Eternal, looking and playing great on Stadia. Built on the fun and sense of power players expect from the series, Doom Eternal is a pure and unfiltered action FPS experience. You play as an unstoppable hero sent to destroy hell's fiercest demons across an expanding universe of unbelievable locations. We couldn't be happier to be bringing Doom Eternal to Stadia and are thrilled to announce that the game will be capable of running at true 4K resolution with HDR color at an unrelenting 60 frames per second.
O 4K, HDR, 60 frames. Lembrando, pessoal, à medida que você vai aumentando a resolução, possivelmente vai necessitar de uma conexão um pouco maior.
Live from Google data centers, and you can see it today at our developer session. It starts at 12:30 over in West Hall. You won't want to miss it. Thank you to Google and Stadia team for giving us this opportunity.
O que eu gostaria, na verdade, é que eles colocassem um teste público agora, para que as pessoas pudessem fazendo os testes. Porque falando assim tá muito bonito, cara, mas todas as empresas quando falam fica bacana. A gente tem que ver na prática todas as pessoas utilizando, como é que vai ser o consumo de banda, enfim.
Doom Eternal will look and play amazingly well on our platform. It was important for us to partner with a developer like id so that we could prove, not just to ourselves, but to the entire industry, that our platform is capable of supporting the most demanding
preços da assinatura, né? Vamos ver. Possivelmente é uma assinatura.
Doom will be running on a single Stadia GPU. The fundamental benefit of our cloud-native infrastructure is that developers will be able to take advantage of hardware and power in ways never before possible. And that includes taking advantage of the power of multiple GPUs at once. We've asked our friends at UL Benchmarks, makers of 3D Mark, to put Stadia to the test. In this video, you can see some comparison points showing the difference between our single GPU and multiple GPUs. What you see here on the left of the line is running on a single 10.7 teraflop GPU. And on the right of the line, you can see the same content running on Stadia using multiple GPUs. In this demo, we're highlighting real-time fluid deformation. Accurate water simulation is one of the most compute-intensive effects for games. And it's a powerful example of what Stadia is capable of. And I'm so excited to see where game developers go with this kind of performance. When we designed Stadia, our goal was to solve many of the pain points that we've heard about from developers, particularly those related to multiplayer. In traditional platforms, the client and server are connected by the unpredictable internet, and therefore the multiplayer experience is limited by the client with the slowest or poorest quality connection. But with Stadia, that game client and server both remain on Google's networking backbone, resulting in predictable low latency, reliable connectivity, and data security, since no traffic gets exposed to the public internet. Developers who use Google's data centers can create a predictable multiplayer experience that scales to an order of magnitude greater than anything enjoyed by gamers today. What that means is a synchronized state across a very high volume of players, where innovations like distributed physics can be built into your games, where battle royale games could go from hundreds of players today to thousands of players tomorrow. And yes, no cheating and no hacking.
Essa, para mim, é a grande vantagem dos serviços de streaming, né? É você ter uma certa segurança maior contra o hacking. Isso eu acho fenomenal.
Stadia will, of course, embrace full cross-platform play.
Cross-platform? Uai, isso, mano. Brincadeira, deixa.
Developers will have the ability to enable cross-platform multiplayer for all players, and even bring game saves and progression across as well. I'd now like to introduce a member of Stadia's R&D team who are pushing the envelope, bringing the best of Google to game developers. Please welcome to the stage our lead designer for research and development at Stadia, Erin Hoffman-John.
Thank you, Phil. One of our team's favorite comments about Project Stream was a tweet that described Stadia's technology as the work of wizards. And we are incredibly fortunate to work with wizards every day, bending their magic toward games. I'd like to take you through a few technologies and features that we've been working on that are going to enhance the game development process for developers big and small. The first one is focused on multiplayer. Stadia not only provides high-performing multiplayer experiences from player to player, but also allows developers to create new, gorgeous gaming environments. Our friends at Tangent Games have been working with us on a technical proof of concept that you can see here behind me. They spent a few short weeks creating this beautiful multiplayer world with a persistent, massively destructible environment. It is a raw demonstration of scale and power using the best of Stadia technology, where every piece of the environment in this multiplayer world is destructible using real-time rigid body physics. Using Google's unique infrastructure, developers can create games built to house hundreds of players with low latency and perfect synchronization. This demo will be available on the show floor if you want to check it out this week. As we were building the platform, we collaborated with individual developers, but we also thought about trends in game development. When we thought about our most treasured gaming memories, something kept coming back, something that we'd lost. When modern games start to push the boundaries of current hardware, rendering 2 or more scenes simultaneously becomes too resource intensive, and so split-screen couch co-op has been fading from gaming. But when all of your clients are in the cloud, couch multiplayer has new life again through Stadia in what we're calling Stream Connect. In the past, the resources required to execute split-screen co-op have required developers to sacrifice more of their creative goals. With Stream Connect, we're making it possible to realize split-screen multiplayer without any performance penalty. Behind me, you'll see a technology proof of concept that we built at Google. It's called the Night Forest, a co-op demo with asymmetric player roles. Here we have 2 players, one hunter on the ground and a supporting aerial player, set up in a standard split-screen view. Each of these screens is powered by a separate Stadia instance. But what would happen to squad-based games if developers could allow players to call up the views of their teammates on demand, or utilize any polygonal surface as a receiver for another player's video stream? Stream Connect makes this possible with extremely little effort on the part of the developer, bringing dynamic squad-based gaming into easy reach even for very small teams. We've shown you 3 views, but we can keep going. We can keep adding streams and shape how they're shown to the player, giving a designer not one but many cameras into a scene. Now imagine if you could go beyond seeing into players' worlds. What if you could interact with them? Here we have our streams configured into a command center where a 4th player can coordinate the movements of our drone, scientist, and hunter characters. Now that coordinator is reaching into the world and placing a beacon to call attention to a particular location, seen instantly by the other players. Stream Connect is just one of the ways Google is working to support developers in creating more immersive and creative experiences, whether bringing back effortless couch-based co-op or inventing entirely new multiplayer games. Our next technology demo focuses on the power of the Google Cloud and machine learning, and how they can have an impact on accelerating developer creativity. Every developer feels the burn in pre-production to get to a game's magic sooner. We think Google's machine learning technology might have some answers. Here to talk about it is a developer known for creating some amazing, stylish, and celebrated independent games, including Deadlight, Rhyme, and The Invisible Hours. Please welcome Chairwoman of Tequila Works, Luz Sancho.
Thank you, Erin. I am very excited to be here for the unveiling of the Stadia platform. There are so many different benefits that Stadia delivers to all developers, big and small, and particularly for a studio like ours. At Tequila Works, we are very proud of the art styles of our games. It's something we spend a lot of time perfecting. Our development cycles typically last 24 months, and as you can imagine, a large part of that time is dedicated to defining the art style of the game. We are particularly proud of Rhyme. Its visual identity created a lasting impression with our players. But it took us a long time to get to that final style. That's why we were so excited to hear from Google about one of the tools they are making available, an amazing tool that will dramatically
Momento Linguiça Toscana.
This process. With Style Transfer ML, Google is applying the science of machine learning to art visualization.
Style Transfer is a machine learning technology that runs on the video frame created by the game. All of this happens in real time on a Stadia instance. We built this demo to show you what it can do. We start with a gray box world and take any image we want, in this case, Kandinsky's yellow, red, blue, and the model does the rest. Throw it Starry Night, and you have another style. Give it scratch art, and you get this. We're doing our part to empower the artist inside of every developer. The R&D team iterated through hundreds of art styles testing this technology, and one of our favorites came from an old friend. What excites us and some of our partners so far is how many playable art styles we can create just by feeding it more and more images. It inspires and empowers our artists to get the visions in their heads into interactive environments in a whole new way. And this is just the beginning.
We are using Style Transfer ML in our studio today, and we are blown away by the impact it's having on our latest creations. You will see it. This could really change everything. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Luth. With Style Transfer, our goal is to help developers find the magic of their games quicker. You can check out Style Transfer during the show this week. We can't wait to hear your feedback. Creators inspire us to bring the best of Google to games, and creators are at the heart of Stadia. It isn't just what they create, but how those moments are experienced by players, moments that resonate for generations to come. The last feature we want to introduce today is another special experience made possible by the cloud.
Pois é, Nathanael. Eu acredito assim, cara. Vai ser uma coisa boa lá fora. Aqui dentro a gente tem que lembrar que é o seguinte. Igual a 10 teraflops. O que é 10 teraflops se você precisar de uma conexão de 50 megas? Parece que é uma coisa, é no Brasil que é complicado, mas é worldwide, no mundo todo, não é todo mundo que tem uma internet que tenha grande capacidade. Eu conheço pessoas na Europa que tem 5 megas de internet. Eles não falaram ainda, espero que falem, necessidade de rede e não falaram também de preço, porque não vai fazer isso de graça. Se fazer de graça, vai ser um sucesso, porque ninguém vai gastar, que eu duvido, né? Mas vamos ver aí. E outra coisa, como matar o Stadia? Puxa o cabo de internet. Esse é o calcanhar de Aquiles do serviço de streaming, né? Vamos ver o que eles vão falar mais aí.
Anything the developer wants to pack into a shareable moment. The game state can be encoded into a link that tells Stadia where to pick up the game. This could be sent to one player, or it could be shared with thousands at the same time on YouTube, through email, apps, messaging, or wherever links can go. To me, this totally changes how I think about the experiences for players. I can create moments specifically for this kind of sharing. Challenges to beat my incredible speedruns, or chances for other players to also experience those same tough boss battles. I can build as many shareable moments as I want and let the internet turn my whole game into an infinitely replayable treasure hunt. I was so intrigued with the possibilities
Tá vendo? Olha, a dependência de conexão é 100%. Não existe nada até o momento que não necessite de conexão. E a conexão não tem que ser apenas rápida, mas estável. E isso não é uma coisa worldwide. Por isso que eu falo que isso não vai interferir, tecnicamente falando, nos outros consoles em geral. Porque as pessoas ainda gostam de ter a certeza que se a internet caiu, você joga.
State Share is one more way that Stadia is working to empower developers with entirely new tools that embrace a player's desire to discover, share, and build a community. We're extremely excited by the reception it's gotten from our early partners so far. And with that, I'd like to introduce the head of gaming at YouTube to tell you what Stadia means for content creators. Please welcome Ryan Wyatt.
Thanks, Aaron. I'm very excited to be here at the unveiling of Stadia. As you've heard, Stadia is about delivering the best developer experience so that the best games can be made. But we're also committed to making sure we have the best creator experience so that the entire community gets stronger together. YouTube is where people come to watch gaming. More than 200 million gamers come to YouTube every single day to engage with their favorite games and creators. And they come because of the community of gaming creators and viewers who have turned YouTube into the gaming platform that it is today. We're always looking for ways to strengthen the connection between creators and viewers, and Stadia is designed to bring them together like never before. Gaming has always been the backbone of YouTube since the platform first was founded in 2005. And one thing YouTube gaming creators want is to engage with their fans. That will always be the most important thing to them. That's why over 50 billion hours of gaming content was watched on YouTube last year alone. And to just give you an idea of how much 50 billion hours is, you could walk to Pluto and back more than a dozen times. Stadia is focused on empowering both creators and viewers to achieve new heights by breaking barriers of content capture and creating unique ways to engage with and grow a creator's audience.
Pois é, vamos ver. O que eu tô falando? O que eu tô esperando? Fala da banda. Fala da conexão, fala, eu sei que pela Google ter uma grande rede, ela precisa de muito menos banda que outras empresas normalmente vão precisar. Mas, poxa, fala aí como é que vai funcionar. Tipo, fala sobre a qualidade de vídeo, de internet necessária, fala sobre o preço desse serviço, porque é muito bonito na hora que está escrevendo, está falando assim, mas a gente sabe muito bem que na prática a gente diminui bem a hype do que era ali nos testes, né? Vamos ver na prática, eu quero ver na prática. Eu quero pegar esse serviço, pegar o meu controle, conectar e bora ver como é que tá.
However, with Stadia and a new feature called Crowd Play, you'll be able to simply click a button displayed right in the stream and jump in and play with YouTube creators that you're watching. Take a look at the video behind me. It's a live stream of NBA 2K. The person watching can simply click the link and be placed into the lobby for the next game. If you think about it, Crowd Play can act like an all-new lobby system for games. And with Stadia, YouTube becomes the ultimate discovery and engagement tool for content. And of course, YouTube creators will have full management capabilities over this feature. To all the game developers, publishers, and the millions of YouTube content creators out there, soon we'll have more information to share on these engagement tools and how we'll be working with you to connect with and build your communities. I'd now like to introduce a friend of mine to the stage. He has over 11 million subscribers on his channel, The Game Theorist, and he and his wife, Stephanie, have often been advocates for the creator community. So we were delighted to talk to him about Stadia and what it means for creators. Please welcome to the stage my friend, Matt Pat.
Thanks, Ryan. It's an incredible honor to be here today. Now, for us creators, our audience is our lifeblood. Whether we're breaking down the real
Fala dos flag, cara. Fala dos flag! A gente quer saber dos flag. Porque é muito incrível como que eles falam de criadores de conteúdo e esquece o tanto de flag que eles dão, até pela pessoa respirar de uma maneira que parece que alguém já respirou igual.
Which is why, when I first met with the Stadia team, I was floored by the impact that it can have for not just gamers, but also creators. Stadia not only empowers me to easily create and share my work, but it also unlocks completely new ways for me to build a stronger bond with my audience. Crowd Play, for example, gives our audiences the chance to instantly jump into a game with us, and then the creator can feature them live on the stream in real time. Another feature that I'm incredibly excited about is State Share. Here, the possibilities are literally endless. Live streaming horror games, for instance, has been one of the most popular formats for live streaming on YouTube since its inception. But now with State Share, you can actually take this to the next level by letting the people who are just watching you replicate the exact same scenario you just played through in-game. Like that impossible moment when you're out of med kits and you suddenly have a zombie breathing down your neck. Imagine the endless breathing down your neck. Imagine the endless variations that creators can layer on top of all their favorite games by specifically designing challenges oriented to their unique audience. For creators, you suddenly become a game maker yourself. Creating challenges through State Share allows us to continue creating content for all your favorite games long after the game itself has been completed. And on the other hand, the audience now can reconnect with all their favorite games in completely new, exciting, and fresh ways. But of course, also as a gamer, I'm looking forward to tremendously all the new possibilities of gameplay that Stadia opens up and that can be built only for Stadia. I mean, think about this. 1,000-player battle royale matches. Incredible new graphical possibilities. And of course, all of this is available across any screen. Literally, I could just pick up my phone and start playing exactly where I left off on my laptop, even while sitting in an audience of a keynote like this one. I hope you're not playing right now. A lot of exciting stuff happening on stage, but you could do it. Stadia just truly unlocks new opportunities to create, share, and engage across YouTube. I am personally thrilled about what Stadia brings to the table, how it unites technology and entertainment in completely new ways that we have never seen before, and in ways that can only be possible through the combined power of Google and YouTube. So I thank the Stadia team for having me in here today. I can't wait to see what else you guys have in store, and I'll see the rest of you on the floors of GDC.
Thanks, Ryan and Matt Pat. Connecting players and creators to their favorite games is core to our vision. We've shown you how YouTube and Stadia offer the ability for gamers to connect with content creators and game developers in extraordinary ways. There is another Stadia integration with YouTube that we're really excited about. Designers love creating challenge, but as games reach more and more people, the design problem of creating a perfect challenge gets more and more difficult. When a player is stuck on a level or puzzle and desperately wants that next beat in the story or the breathtaking views in the next level, what do? Today,
lá
they have
vem,
to leave the
gente.
game.
Isso daí eu acho que é meio furado, esse negócio de utilizar. Vai ser o Google Now dentro dos jogos, né? Eu acho arriscado, porque, porra, velho, tem vezes que você tá falando de queijo, o Google entende outras coisas, tem vezes que ele tá no seu bolso e ele começa a responder. Então é aquela coisa, né? Porra, quer pôr no jogo? Beleza, mas faz funcionar.
No distractions, no need to take your eyes off the game, and no secondary devices needed. It's another deep way in which we're connecting players with the games they love. Stadia is about removing barriers for players to get to their favorite content and moments. With Stadia, any link can be an access point to the game. So for a developer, the entire internet can become your store. Whether it's from our Stadia store, text messages, Reddit, Facebook, Twitter, Discord, Google search results, YouTube videos, Gmail, or from the Google Play Store, gamers are going to be able to find, discover, and enjoy your games anywhere they are, and easily share them with their friends. It's a truly revolutionary way to discover your games. Stadia will be home to a variety of games, and we're happy to say that we will offer comprehensive parental controls for all content. We've already shipped development hardware to more than 100 studios around the world, and more than 1,000 creatives and engineers are hard at work bringing their games to our platform. In addition to partnering with developers big and small, I'm also thrilled to announce that today we are forming Stadia Games and Entertainment, which will build experiences designed exclusively for Stadia as Google's own first-party game studio.
Basicamente, a Google anunciou agora seus estúdios de games, né? Então vamos ver.
One of the industry's most successful executive producers to lead that organization. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the new head of Stadia Games and Entertainment, Jade Raymond.
Thank you, Phil. Thank you, everyone. I am so honored to be here at the unveiling of Stadia. In my career, I've been lucky enough to work with some of the most talented and passionate developers in the world. Passion is at the root of all great games, and it's what motivated me to join Google. What I love about games is that we continue to redefine what a game is. When I was 12, I saw the holodeck on an episode of Star Trek. And even though the games I played at the time were side-scrolling, pixel-based kind of games like Mega Man, it was obvious to me that one day games would take place in fully immersive worlds. Today, you have seen some incredible tech. And hopefully, like me, you now believe that we're on the brink of a huge revolution in gaming. One that will unlock a whole new level of creativity for developers. There are no limits to the human imagination. Now that the data center is your platform, the processing power is limitless as well. I'm excited to announce that as the head of Stadia Games and Entertainment, I will not only be bringing first-party game studios to reimagine the new generation of games. Our team will also be working with external developers to make all of the bleeding-edge Google technology you have seen here today available to partner studios big and small. We are committed
parceria com os estúdios pequenos e grandes também, em geral. Isso daí é óbvio, né? Não dá para ela tentar fazer tudo sozinha, porque querendo ou não, os games que vendem não são os games exclusivos, a não ser no caso da Nintendo, né? Mas os games que mais vendem são os multiplataformas, são das grandes empresas, né? Então a Google tentar entrar achando que só porque eu tenho um puta serviço eu vou vender igual água, pode ser que não. E até agora, preço, Google, preços. Porque a questão é a seguinte, passou de $30, $20, que é, por exemplo, o PlayStation Now, mensal, já é meio apertado para o público brasileiro quando é convertido para cá. Vamos ver como que eles vão fazer, né? O lado positivo é você pagar um mês, jogar o que você quer e chablau.
We've shared a lot today. With Stadia, you'll be able to build your games backed by Google technology like Google Assistant, ML, and TensorFlow. You will be able to deliver your games to more gamers across the globe through Chrome, Chromecast, and Pixel. And you'll be able to connect with the biggest community of gamers and YouTube content creators. So, how do you get involved? For developers who want to create content for Stadia, we welcome you to go to stadia.dev, where you can apply to get access to development tools. If you want to partner with our team at Google to help bring your game to market, we have Stadia Partners, a program designed to give you the resources your team needs to make something great. And for players who want to be the first to learn more, you can go to stadia.com and follow us on these social channels. So, when will players be able to experience Stadia? I'm thrilled to announce that Stadia is launching this year, 2019.
Opa, lançando em 2019. Aê, caralho, aê.
We will launch first in the US, Canada, the UK, and most of Europe. It's been my privilege today to introduce Stadia on behalf of the thousands of Googlers who've worked tirelessly to bring this vision to life.
Brasil tá fora de novo, Estados Unidos, Canadá, UK e Reino Unido, né? E Europa.
Thank you very much for gathering around with all of us today. With Stadia, we can all dream bigger and together build a playground for every imagination.
Preço? Assinatura, você vai comprar o jogo, você vai assinar o serviço? Nada, né? Puta que pariu. Bom, pessoal, vou aqui finalizar um pouco esse vídeo, né? É o seguinte, eu achei muito bacana a ideia, achei fantástica essa maneira da Google falar, eu achei um potencial muito grande, mas continua com aqueles problemas que eu já imaginaria que ia ter. A gente não tem um teste público em grande escala, a gente tem uma necessidade extrema de internet que até o momento não é demonstrada, a gente tem muita coisa faltando, tá? Então, assim, é aquela coisa, a ideia é fantástica? Fantástica. Na prática, a gente só vai saber quando chegar. Quando chegar no mercado? Não, quando chegar aqui no Brasil. Bom, pessoal, espero que vocês tenham gostado desse vídeo, a gente tenha acompanhado aí o anúncio da Google. Eu vou ficando por aqui, até um próximo vídeo no canal Gamer 1000 Grau. Bom, pessoal, se você não está inscrito, se inscreve, dá o seu curtir, compartilhe o nosso canal para seus amigos. Até um próximo vídeo, Lunos aqui, tchau, tchau.